Hi there, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. So, doing back with you a little Soul Food Sunday here. It's going to be coming out of Daniel chapter 3. It's kind of the story with King Nebuchadnezzar and then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And then the verses we'll read is going to be, let's see, verses 20, the end of 26, and through, I think, 28 there. So, we'll read through these, and then I'll have a quick little thought about them, and we'll go from there. So the Bible says in chapter 3 of Daniel, right at the end of verse 26, so Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came out of the fire, and their satraps, prefects, governors, and royal advisors crowded around them. They saw that the fire had not harmed their bodies, nor was a hair of their head singed. Their robes were not scorched, and there was no smell of smoke or smell of fire on them. Then Nebuchadnezzar said, "Praise be to God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and rescued his servants. They trusted in him and defied the king's command, and were willing to give up their lives rather than serve or worship any god except their own God." So that's a fun story. I really do enjoy it. That's one of my favorites for sure. Or I really say account instead of story. But I used to go to church with a individual, and he's passed on now. He's a good man. He was the elder of that congregation, and he's a pretty stern and tough fella, but he was a good man for sure. I enjoyed him, and he did have a soft side. They had a little dog, him and his wife, named Duchess, and she was just a puffy little Pomeranian. He got his soft side with her for sure. So it's funny to see the tough, gruff man and then walking around outside with a little dog, helping it to go to the bathroom, and you'd see him out there walking occasionally. And one time I was driving by, and I saw him, and he had a cigarette in his hand. And I was like, what? I had to do a double take. I was like, what? He smoked? Because I had no clue. Because he never had the smell of smoke on him. Even like he was at his house, and you'd be like at his house or whatever, there was no smell of smoke on like clothes, inside the house, nothing. So it's just like, how in the world do you smoke and not have that smell on you? And I mean, he didn't even look like he smoked, like physically wise too. So it was wild to see. And I was thinking to think about that with that, and just no smoke smell on him. But thinking about with this story and stuff of those three men here, of how their faith came under fire with what they believed in, and saying, we're not going to bow down to you because our faith is too strong in our God, that we can't serve another God because we know what our God can do. So in our lives, our faith will come under fire in some sense of just personal struggle or persecution from others, or just life in general. So be ready for that faith to come under fire, and kind of stay in His Word. So when that fire does come, you'll be able to stand firm and not even smell of the smoke that comes from the fire, because smoke's going to come. So anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this, and really do appreciate y'all watching these. I enjoy doing these because it helps me to stay in the Word and strengthen me as well. So I appreciate y'all, love y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, Head to Tail Family. See y'all.